What's up everybody, and thank you for joining me for another video. My name is Whack4863, but you can call me Whack. I'm gonna start a new series here where I go through all the different dungeons in the Age of War Chapter 2 to take a look at what the changes are. Now, I'm not going to run through these in admin mode. I am going to run through them like you would. However, I am playing in endgame gear because I don't want it to take too long to get through these dungeons. You guys let me know in the comment section below if you want me to see what level it actually takes to get through these dungeons, and I'll look at doing that once the patch comes to live, which is scheduled on September 21st, 2023. This is test live, so everything you see in this video is subject to change, but I doubt that they're going to go back and change what's in the dungeons, so I'm pretty confident that I can make this video and have it last the test of time. For those of you that don't know where this dungeon is, it's right down here. It's called the Dregs, and we are in D4 right there on the map. This is one of the first dungeons that you're likely to do or to come across in the Exiled Lands when you're playing. The build that I'm running is my normal build with the Kari Raider armor, and then my attributes look like this. Now, in order to get this dungeon to open, you have to have one of the enemies chase you in there. So we will have this one chase. I'll go ahead and take myself out of ghost mode, have this one chase me in there so that we can get this cap to open. And you can see the combat is much different than it has been before. There's a lot of times where you're going to get interrupted. You're not going to be able to fight the way you want to or the way you are used to in the past. But that's how you open it for those of you that have never done it before. And then you just run down the stairs, you hit this loading screen, and you are teleported into the dungeon. You're going to want to read this right away. That's going to teach you the Dredger. And then at the bottom here, there's also a book where you can read a little bit about what's going on. It's very important that you bring a bow in here, otherwise you will not be able to get through this dungeon, or you may have to craft one, which is pretty simple. We'll go in a couple of these holes here. The first one here, next to the burning light, is going to have a chest, and you can see the items that are in there. You can also pick these for glowing goop and plant fiber. You will need plant fiber if you didn't come down here with a bow. There's also sticks that you can pick up as well to get some of the resources that you need for the bow and arrows. If we go all the way over here next to this burning spot, there should be a chest at the bottom of this one, and we'll take a look at what's in there. Lots of good stuff in there, so if you're looking for some hide or some skinning knives, that is there. In this first room, we simply have just a bunch of the Komodo dragons. They're pretty easy to defeat, even at lower levels. 266 hit points, and in the past they have had just an enormous amount of experience gained when you kill them. So I recommend killing them when you come through. We're going to get up to this door, interact with the door, and move on to the next section. This is where the bow is going to come in handy. Now you can see I have a really good bow. This is something that I actually looted in the Exiled Lands. It is something you can get early on. So subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the upcoming videos where I show you where to get some of this stuff very early on in game. We're going to interact with the different puzzle pieces to make it through. This is new. There was not skeletons in this area before, so you do have these guys to contend with now. Keep that in mind. We'll kill them off. There's some good loot in them as well. You can see the different loot that is available in all those guys. We'll go ahead and take the gold dust since we're trying to get the maximum amount of treasure we possibly can. Moving in here, there's actually a treasure chest right over here. Let's see if we can get to it. There we go. And there's some arrows in there. I'm going to go ahead and take those since that's what we are using in this video. Same arrows. There is no chest on the other side, so just the right-hand side has the chest. Then we're going to run up here. We are going to shoot the next spot that we need to, right there. And we're going to visit both sides of this via the water once it comes up. So we'll start with this side. If we get right over here, you can see there's a chest there with some good items in it. And then we'll go over to the other side as well. And behind this pillar here, there should be yet another chest. There's some good stuff in there as well. So, just showing you guys what is available in this dungeon and what you can get for going through it. Like I said, there are sticks at different points in time. So, if you make it part of the way through here and you need to make some arrows, you can do that. Moving on in the dungeon, we're going to interact with this door to go through. And there is somewhat of a puzzle in this area. Obviously, we have one thing to shoot there. There's also one to shoot on that side and one to shoot on that side. The easiest way to do this is actually to drop down, come over to this side first, and we are going to shoot that one. Then we're going to run back over to the other side. We're going to do this as quick as possible. Then we're going to shoot that one. And the last one that we're going to shoot is that one. Each one of those different pressure plates changes the water flow in this area. And that's the order that I like to do it in. We are going to visit each one of those platforms. So there we go. And then we're going to go straight across to jump up here. And there's a chest there. There's no other chests in this area, just that one. And we're going to go to the opposite side here, up to this one. I'm not going to make you guys wait for the water to come up. I'll just fly up, and you can see there's another chest there. Then we're going to jump back in. Hopefully this water's coming up. It is. And we're going to go right through the center here. That doorway up there is where we're trying to get. This water's going to come down. I'm not going to make you guys wait again, but it will go up and down, so just wait until the water comes up so you can get up to this area. One of the biggest changes that has happened in this dungeon is they've added this guy here. You can see the katana in my number 2 spot I actually got from this guy in a previous run where I was just checking out this dungeon and seeing what all had changed. But this guy does drop legendary items and unique items. So if you're in a position where you can kill him, definitely recommend coming in and slaying this guy for the loot that he drops. And then he is also going to drop a skeleton key as well, which we can use at the end of the dungeon. Now, based on your level when you first come through here, you may not be able to kill this guy real easy. So just be careful, be mindful if you think you can defeat the boss that's in here. So there you go. You can see the stuff that we got off of him. There's quite a bit of good items there. We got another Graceful Knight, same katana that I have there. It's got 64 health damage and 14% armor pen. We'll go ahead and take that. We're going to take the Fragment of Power. And I think we'll leave the rest of that stuff there. We are going to make sure we smack this guy for his skeleton key. We got it right off the bat. So we'll drop that. We will keep this. And I'm going to drop some of this other stuff that we don't need. There is also a chest in here. It's right over here. You're going to want to take a look at that. See if that's anything you want to take out with you. And this room is complete. So we're going to head back up this way and then down these stairs. This is where you used to come in contact with the skeletons. This would be the first spot. Now there's a spot before this, and there's actually skeletons that have been added to this area as well. So we have a total of, I want to say, 6 skeletons in this area, and you can see they drop some pretty decent loot. We're going to swing off to the left side first, introduce ourselves to this skeleton. And that's going to bring the attention of the rest of the skeletons that are in the room. There is a chest on both sides of this, so keep that in mind. You're going to want to grab both of those chests. There we go. We have him dead. Here's the chest on this side. And then if we run across to the other side, there is a chest tucked in this corner. Some pretty darn decent loot in both of those. Now we can head out to what is probably the largest room here. And we are going to need to head off. Oh, I missed a chest right there, chat. I almost ran right past it. Forgot about it. There's a chest right there. It's got some more arrows for you. So they've made it a bit easier to get through here. At least I don't remember seeing the chests with arrows in them before. So at least they're stocking you up on those in case you get stuck in here. Now on this side, there are no chests to open up. There's nothing over here. However, way over on the other side, next to that pressure plate that you have to shoot, there is a couple of chests. So we're going to shoot that. And then we're just going to jump down into the water and wait for it to rise. And as it rises, we'll be able to reach the other side. And we're going to go as fast as possible, swimming to the right-hand side here and get up on this ledge. We want to do this while the water is full. If we miss it, we're not going to make it to that chest right there. So we're going to jump right up here if we can. Come on, get up there. There we go. All right, we are up, and there's the loot from the first chest. Then we can drop back down, run up these stairs over here, and there's actually a chest hiding back here. Good loot in both of those chests. Now we need to wait for the water once again. Water's going to come up, and we'll be able to head out to the final room here. And we are going to jump up this and head into the final room. All right. Now this is the boss room. This hasn't changed a whole lot. There's a couple of things that have changed which are really cool. But this chest has always been here. It just has better loot in it now. And we'll kill off this skeleton and then the other one. There we go. I also want to eat again. That way I can get my sated buff for the extra hit points. We'll kill this guy off. And then we're going to go into the boss fight. We're going to interact with him, get him killed off. And then I'm going to show you where to find the legendary chests in this dungeon. If he'll come out, maybe I should just take a hit, shoot him a little bit. So really good to have a decent amount of arrows here so that you can shoot him while he's sitting in the acid there. Alright, he's going to come on out, so make sure we don't get hit by him when he comes out. Just keep moving. He's got 4,890 hit points. And he can be pretty difficult early on, so just keep that in mind. Alright, come on, buddy. You know you want to do something here. Alright, we are whittling his health down. Should have him finished up here pretty quick. Got close enough for a bite attack. Here we go. Alright, we'll finish him off with the katana here. See how our new katana does. Really nicely done. Alright, very cool. You're going to want to make sure that you chop him up. However, this pool drains, and you want to interact with this book. That's going to teach you the abysmal stuff and the reptile armor. And then there are two legendary chests here. There's a momentum out of that one. I don't have a key for that one, and I don't have a key for that one. So total of 3 chests down in that pit. Then we're going to chop him up for his stuff. He is not going to give you a key. So 3 keys is what you can bring down here for legendary chests. There's one last change in this dungeon. We're going to run right back over here. You can see this chain right here. That is new. Now, you're not able to climb in this dungeon, but you can parkour a little bit until you can hit that chain, and I missed it. We'll try one more time here. Chain, there we go. All right, you just want to hold on to your jump button in order to hold on to the chain. Then we're going to climb it all the way up. The hardest thing is going to be getting back down off of this chain. I'll show you how it's done. Hopefully I don't die, but I will show you how I've been able to do it. That way you guys know how to get back down. Otherwise, you are going to die from falling from this height. It's very high up here. But if we run all the way to the top, we're going to find a couple of chests up here with loot. Me, personally, I don't feel like these chests are worth coming up and interacting with. You can see we've got a couple of unique weapons in there and some bones, some weak aloe potions, and then some hide in there. Let's go back down. I'll show you guys how to get off this platform, how I've been able to do it consistently. You could probably also use the slow fall in here. I haven't tested to see if that works or not, but it is probably possible to do that. So what we're going to do is line ourselves up backwards with that chain, and then we're just going to drop over the edge, and then we can hit the space button. Oh, that hurt. We can hit the space button to grab back a hold of it. I didn't end up doing it this time, but we made it back down. We didn't die, and we can now leave the dungeon. Don't forget to whack the like button on your way out, and let me know in the comment section below, what do you think of the changes to this dungeon? I'd like to thank all my YouTube members for your continued support. Y'all are absolute legends. If you'd like to become a legend, there's a button that says join on this page. Click that for details. There's 2 videos on the screen. Click one of those to watch next, and I'll meet you over there.